Well, our story continues with the father throwing a party. He kills the fattened calf and invites everyone to a feast. Our seventh step is to eat up. This means to look to God for fulfillment and meaning, not just in the beginning, but forever. God delights in filling the appetites of those who hunger after Him. Too often we look for fulfillment in all the wrong places, and this gets us into trouble. You must first see your Christian faith as a daily lifestyle, not just a Sunday extra. You must look to your relationship with God, not your past watering holes, to find fulfillment. In other words, we must change our eating places and drinking spots. The tendency is to simply add religion as one more thing in our lives. But we must resist this wrong way of thinking, and we must make our relationship with God the radical replacement to those other sources of fulfillment. Our lifestyle changes, not just because we're avoiding the old negative influences, but because we're adding the positive influences of a lifestyle where God is replacing the old with the new. We're not dieting from bad influences. We're feasting on the good ones. Your Christianity must be more about what you're adding to your life than what's being taken away. Your hangouts, hobbies, and habits change because the new ones bring fulfillment, whereas the old ones brought emptiness. Christianity is more about feasting than fasting. It's more about what you're adding and what you're taking away. It's more about your relationship and not your religion. It's more about what you can do than what you can't do. You're replacing the old life that was leading to hunger and emptiness with a new life that's fulfilling and will produce growth in your life.
One of the most common obstacles for new Christians is thinking that to be a good Christian, you have to become isolated or weird. I know it sounds funny, but you know what I'm talking about. It's normal to wonder if once you become a Christian, you automatically lose your friends and become uncool. Unfortunately, you have probably encountered Christians who have caused you to develop this opinion of what a Christian is like and how we're supposed to act in social environments. But here's the thing. You can read all about Jesus in the Bible and you will find that He was a friend with everybody. In fact, the religious leaders used to get so upset with Him because He would go eat dinner with tax collectors and people that were looked down upon by those religious leaders. You see, Jesus didn't want to isolate Himself. He had something to share, and that was the good news about His arrival to earth. And you and I are the same way. We have something to share. It's the good news of Jesus wanting to wash away our sins and make us new people. So we can't be isolated and we can't be weird. Jesus tells us in Mark 16:15 to go into all the world and preach the good news to everyone. To me, it sounds like Jesus is saying just the opposite of being isolated. He's saying, don't isolate yourself. Go into all the world. Don't be quiet or shy, but preach the good news. And finally, don't just talk to your friends or close circle, but preach the good news to everyone. So don't ever fall into the trap thinking that to be a Christian, you are required to be uncool. God saved you just as you were, and He wants to use you just as you are. So share His good news with others.